Even a hacker will also at least be respectful and and consider the opinion of the staff. It is possible that based on their like both opinions, the hacker can have more like if he explain and give logical reasons.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
reasonable. Also, you said that the Stark, he always satisfied his hackers' requests.
Really satisfied.
Yes, I mean in terms of marketing budget. So in terms of marketing budget, as numbers say, first year he probably gave some money. Second year he also gave some money. Third year he wasn't really optimistic about that. He gave money, but he didn't really want to give money. And next it got worse, worse, and worse.
Needed investing into the marketing.
Yes, investing, like financing the market, advertisement.
Because it was a logical reason. Actually, as you can see, even the first reason why the Star didn't want to invest a lot in the advertising because they just didn't have enough money for that. Like because of the revenue, as you can see, it was going down, right? And the net income was going down as well. But
During,
however,
just to clarify, during what year?
you can see that it's after the year, like from the first, from after the year four, not before after the year four, even it's going down, and only in the year four it's go up, but all the other years it was going down actually. And you can see that even our part didn't want to invest because they saw such kind of picture. Star still went to the compromise and gave those money for advertising as much as the hacker actually asked. However, it didn't work. Why? If you can see it,
It is mentioned that he gave some money, but he didn't what hacker requested.
yeah, I mean, not maybe not request as much as hacker requested, yeah, but he still gave the money for advertising. And if
But
you can
I
see
see, I
from
see,
the,
I see, I see
can
your
please I
point.
finish my speech first? There's, thank you. And if you can see that the main part from the cost is going to the advertising part, and
Yes.
it's this number increase like year and year. And even when Star told that to launch a new product, it will be not it's now it's no good time to do it. It's better to try to improve our yes first product. But hacker like just yeah just ignore his opinion and just focus on what he wants to do.
The problem with advertising is that Star did want to advertise the first product actually. However, not through Hacker. He wanted to get an additional staff or an extra people to do the advertising, or actually get a student, which is not that expensive. So Hacker's advertising methods were not that good.
So you're saying that Stark was willing to invest more money into marketing in the first years,
Not
but
exactly.
hacker because our client he says that like because of that we don't get our like profits now because from the very beginning it's very important to get market recognition and to raise brand awareness. And as we didn't do it in the very beginning, it's very difficult to do now because market is saturated and it's very difficult and it became more expensive to advertise everything.
Actually, as our client told that after the first year, when they launched the first product, he told that now it's better like to put more money on the advertisement in order to advertise the company, right? The company product. And from the beginning, he thought it would be good if they would hire like one person as a marketing in order to develop it. However, the hacker just laughed that he like just laughed and ignored like we don't need such kind of person and it's better and that's why they didn't hire the first they didn't hire the marketing person. Secondly, after the first year, after the first project, when Star told it would be good to put money to invest on the advertising, Hacker rejected and told them, no, this is the time when we have to put as much product as possible in order to improve our company. However, and on the second year, because of they already spent like a lot of money to the second project, if they didn't have enough money for advertising later, and was the actual reason like this problem was increasing year by year. Yes.
So you're saying that we had two existing products, and we feel that Star, I mean, like it's not really a product of our company, but talking about two other products. So you're saying that Star wanted to focus on marketing and not because we couldn't afford ourselves third product and marketing for the third product.
First product, they
First product you wanted to.
after first product, the second product, although first product was not advertising enough, Hacker wanted to push the second product without being fully advertised. But the main issue comes from the beginning because when we had more marketing funds in the beginning, like when we first launched the first product, if we had more money on the marketing, then we didn't have to spend a lot of money after that. So in the first year, when we launched the first product before the second product, when we had more money on the marketing on the first product, then we would have much more market recognition in the beginning.
If you would, yes, that's what we told. However, Hacker didn't agree to it.
That was in the second year.
No, in the second year, still after the first year, after the first project, when the Star wanted to invest on the advertising, Hacker rejected and told it's better to invest on the second project. That's why when they already launched the second project and they didn't have enough sales revenue and net income to advertise a lot for the second project.
Hacker thought that when they first initiate the product, that's a time when they should invest, not the second one. Yeah.
But based on the case,
not the following year.
yeah, but based on the case, you can see that after the first project, it was the Star who suggested advertising. Yeah, but Hacker rejected.
Because he wanted to make a new product, right?
Yes.
And so I think we cannot blame only Hacker because Star, as he accepted that project, then he, I think, automatically agrees to market the second project as well.
But since the Hacker is also the manager, he is the second person after the Star, right? He also should think what would be the most beneficial for the company. And this is the logic way how every company still they are the new company. They doesn't have any brand image yet on the market. And from the Hacker position as the second person after the board of director, who is the manager, the CEO, and CEO, he should also think about such kind of consequences.
Like right now, we have a lot of issues that we don't have what we want to achieve at the end. Let's talk about our interest or the options or goals of each entity, and let's jump into by discussing that. So I think that we have several minutes of
Freedom. They just
They miss
So, can we solve a problem with the power script?
Power script. What exactly like solve?
Star is requesting division of profits, but we think it's kind of like it doesn't really, it's not really fair to do because our client has developed the app by himself, the software by himself, and he used only like I don't know some hours to think about it during working time probably, and he used equipment. So from the equipment side, and he also said that equipment was mentioned in the contract, but it wasn't really mentioned anything about equipment in the
It
contract.
was.
Three. Supervision insurance.
So okay, so no. If it even if it wasn't, then I mean even if it wasn't, I would agree that it's fair if we pay for that equipment. For example, if we pay some share for that equipment. So so we think Star's position on this, like his initial position was to divide everything and all profits should go into company. It's not really fair because for example, Star in the company he plays a role of capital, so he only provides capital, right? And all the other work is done by hacker. But in this case, if the third party provides capital and there is no any benefit from Star that we have in this case, then why would Star get some profit from us?
First of all, Star is not only the investors, he also the board of directors.
Yeah.
And based on
But they don't
like
get paid.
to let's go to only legitimacy part. First of all, we have the agreement, which was agreed between two parties. And first of all, based on the agreement, the hackers really didn't have any space time. First is
Space?
yes, space time.
Spirit?
He mentioned that he made this equipment, this new project during this space time.
Spare time?
Yeah, space time.
Free time?
Free time, right?
But
Free
that
time.
was during the, you would say it was during the board times, not actually.
No, if he says it's spare time, that means it's not working.
No, but based on the contract, you can see that he told that
He doesn't devote his full-time energy knowledge.
Yes, full time, but it's limited. It's always limited. It's not 24 hours full time.
Full-time means
It's
full-time
8
job.
hours, for example, 8
no,
hours
actually,
job.
usually when you make the contract and when you run the full time, you usually make the highlight how many hours
Yes.
you're working.
Yes.
But in
Highlighted hours.
here, yeah, therefore it means that he actually working 24 hours. It
That's
means
not
the
It's
burden.
im- it's not possible.
That's not possible.
It's not
Then we should
possible
have
by-
more. We should have more wages according to that because every single hour is counted as working hours.
But there is no any evidence time. Yeah, there
Yes,
is no
but it's
specific
impossible.
time.
It doesn't exist.
I mean,
24 hours
part-time
work
No, what I
job
wanted-
doesn't
no.
exist.
Full-time job is different.
What I wanted to say that he doesn't have a particular schedule. Like for example, he working from 10 to 6 p.m.
It wasn't specified.
It wasn't specified. Therefore, there is no any evidence that he was doing it during space time, during free
Spare
time.
time?
Yeah, because he was working inside like there is a possibility that he was working inside of the company using the working company.
So-
That means that he was still on the full
Okay.
on their
Okay,
hard
okay.
work. Yeah.
Like we agree that like in the physically we have limited hours that people work
Yeah.
per day, right?
Yeah.
So the full time doesn't mean that. The full time that 24 hours.
I also didn't mean that. I already
You
explained.
said
I already
24 hours.
explained that
Okay,
he doesn't
so-
have the
So you mean
particular
that except the time that he
schedule.
sleeps, the remaining time he works.
No.
There's no specific time mentioned.
Schedule.
Okay, that means it is limited.
It's
That's right.
limited, but there is no time. Like for example,
There is no
he-
rest time.
No, can I please finish my speech first? Thank you. What I wanted to say that it means that he have very flexible time. For example, he can work from the 6 p.m. until 12 p.m. right? Or on the other day he can work from the 10 a.m. until 3 p.m. This is actually still they didn't mention anything about time. But usually when you make contract, it's always doing
So
some.
I think it was
time.
mentioned that he was working on the equipment at the time when there was no one. That means the work time is done. Work day is done because there was no one and equipment is not used by anyone.
Because
And that's the only time when he was using the equipment. Sorry?
It doesn't mean that he
But don't you think that it's?
I mean, logically thinking, you have
Don't you think it's?
limited hours of working per day.
Yes.
Like because you're owner, you don't work for 3 hours and go to your spare time.
He is paid as usual employer at the company. He's paid 30,000 by contract.
Salary, yes.
Yeah, there is salary.
He's usual employer. He's not an owner who works like whenever he wants. He has everything is specified. It's just that we didn't get that information. And if it's a work day, then he has some free time for himself. And of course, he has some free time. Nobody works all the hours, like 18 hours a day.
But can you prove that
We cannot prove because it wasn't
this is
specified.
the issue? This is the issue that there is no any evidence that he was
But it was
working on the
written.
project.
It was
But
written
even
that
if it's full time, like not every.
it was written that he used the equipment only when it wasn't used by anyone. So only when like nobody's there, and that means the work day is done. It's night, and that's when he used the equipment. So that means that it's not work day. Work day.
You just don't think about that. He is one of the owner. He is one of the founder, right? It's fact. He is one of founder, and as a founder, he's supposed to do all the work in order to improve the company.
Yes.
Second,
Yes.
and the third,
Then he's not the only worker there, right?
but
It
he is
doesn't-
the
it doesn't-
CEO of the company.
That
Can you-
doesn't mean
Who initially
Yes. Yes.
supposed to
Yes. Sure. That's his aim to develop everything and bring profits as to the maximum. But
work
it
on the
doesn't mean that
company
he should work 18 hours a day.
I mean, the reason why, let's say that he has to work on full time for the company. Even if that is the case, we think that he did his work in order to increase the sales of the company. So that's why he went to board of directors 6 times to get approval. Like his intention was not to develop on his own product, or he did it by himself. That's like we think that it's fire time, and you think that it's working time. Whatever it is, he did it for company's profit. He didn't want it to launch, like he didn't want it to really go to a different stakeholder to get a fund. So like the main reason that he did it was to increase the sales of profit. So even if it's a, even if like hacker used document of a company, it's still relative, it still be a reasonable action that he took. And then in order to pay that back, we want to give 15% of our revenue getting from Jeremy.
From Gates.
Gates.
So all of the revenues that we get from Gates and the royalties, we would share 15% to the company.
In order to pay back for
the
equipment that
equipment.
we use.
50%.
So we think it's fair because we only use our client only used equipment for 200 hours, and when it was not used by anyone. So company didn't suffer by this, and it's only 200 hours like out of the whole year.
So you're saying that by giving this money to the venture capitalists, the company would not suffer
Sorry? Sorry?
So by giving products,
No. That's not what I said. Let me be clear. So
They're
what I said.
asking, they're asking about if we join Gates, then do give our revenue.
company with the company,
No.
the company won't suffer.
If we don't compete.
Are you talking about what she said or what you said?
So in some way, as we told you before, I think that the competition among the Gates company and the Hacker Store company is not related because we are launching a different kind of products that are not related to each other.
There's no conflict.
So you won't hurt anything for the Store company.
So we would like to know since that from the start is interested in working with games as a cyber hacker. However, hacker would have to work under Star but we would like to suggest that we just for games. So,
For a gate?
yes, so for example, if we would work with hacker games under Hacker Star. However, all of the works that hacker would be doing would be owned by the company, and Gates would buy into Hacker Star to help with the marketing. Because you said that there is a problem with marketing, and that hacker wanted to market, however, their hacker want to work with the product, yeah, and Gates.
So you're saying that Gates will invest money to our company, and then he'll be in charge of marketing.
He will, yeah, he will help with marketing.
So what do you
like,
mean by that?
well, what we mean since the hacker wanna work with the game, right? And as a board of directors, we can accept this.
So the reason why we want to work with them is because they have a lot of money, they have enough money.
Yeah,
So-
that's why they can invest.
So So I'm asking, what do you mean by help? By help, do you mean the whole finance of financing marketing?
As you see that actually the gate is a person who it's not the person who invent the money. This is a person who connect the hacker with other people, right? The group of people. He is the leader of the capitalist venture. Yeah, and it means that like he kind of introduced to those capitalists, right? Which is lead by the game, based on our game.
So are you
And what we want to say is that since Gain have a lot of network, he can help with the marketing, with the promotion stuff, right? And
not financial help? Is it financial help or is it other?
we can discuss about those part later. But the point is, since our point is, firstly, hacker will still working in the company, and he still have the like 50% ownership. However, now he will become the head of the research and development process, where he can also like develop the new project, and moreover, he can also work with the game about how to better advertise, how to do better.
To clarify, how does hacker get paid upon course screen?
Upper the power screen is still the same way.
Same way as
What if we will do like this? Okay, for this project, yeah, I'm still I'm still about the power system. What if the ownership will be under the company? However, the hacker will gain 50% of the whole revenue that he will take, and in the future he will continue to work he will continue to work in the company.
who pays?
This is in case if Gates joined it.
No, it's not necessary. It's only for the hackers staff. It's just one part. Yeah. If the hacker would like to work with the gate, we are accepting.
You're accepting 50-50 equally?
No. We are accepting.
Okay, let's talk about percentage and stakeholders to be clarified, because we're very confused on in what circumstance the hacker is
Let's
taking.
clarify.
So if Gates joins the company, then you would like to give Gates 10% and divide our, like just as we usually work, 50-50.
40 to 40 then.
I mean, between us, we give away 10% to Gates, and then 90% is for us, for the company.
Because of the reason why we want to do it, the reason is because we still want to work with hacker. We already worked 6 years, and the only things why all of this stuff happens is because of misunderstanding most of the time, right? But the two parties was working very well, and if we go to the court, due to the hacker was broke the rules from the agreement, it's most likely that the start will be in the court based on the legal stuff. However, we would like to save, to keep the good relationship.
All the reasonings aside, we have to focus on percentage because we're still clear about.
Therefore, what we suggest is to give the ownership to company based on the law, but the profit from especially only this project, the power screen, will go 50% to the company, not to the start, to the company, and 50% to the hacker.
What company are you using?
Hacker start, where we are working. Because
So
of,
you're saying Start takes 50 and hackers taking 50?
yes, no, ownership goes to the company, but the profit from selling the power screen, 50% will go to the company, 50% will go to the hackers.
Well,
What do you think?
this is in case if Gates joins, right?
No, it's not.
Okay.
So
Wait.
you will finance the project then?
But we have to clarify the company though. You said that,
Companies hackers.
yeah. Does that mean that the hackers taking 75?
Yes. So you mean
Ownership
this
or-
is in case Gates joins us?
Yes.
So in case if
Because then we would have investment.
Yes, for more money.
so if Gates joins the company, then he gets 10%. Is this right?
Royalties.
It's 10% of royalties.
10% of royalty.
Yes. And it means that company will gain more investment, right? And the hackers could work and the company could improve in general, which will be beneficial for all parts.
Because as we understand,
Stakeholders.
are investment.
What
So 10% of royalty goes to the Gates. 50% goes to
to the company.
hacker,
Yeah.
and so it's 45%, 45%.
What's it?
I think we have to.
So we'd like to clarify something.
Yes, please.
So what we're talking about right now is that 10%
Yes.
Yes, it's going to be big,
Okay.
yes.
10% of the company.
Yes, and about the power screen. Let's clarify the situation with power screen. What we are suggesting that ownership of power screen is going to the company, just documentation part. However, the profit from the sales of power screen, 50% going to the company, 50% going to the hackers.
So you acknowledge the fact that the company actually started as ours.
Yeah, and otherwise, like if we will go, if because I think it will be beneficial for both parties. Yes, because in terms of court, it could be even worse for you rather than for us.
Yes.
So,
So you're
can you
saying that
repeat? Do you want to repeat?
yes. So you're saying that 10% of our company will go to Gates if they take yes, if they take marketing,
Financial. They also will.
they will finance marketing.
Yes.
So Gates will be in charge of marketing for 10% stake in our company.
So, Gate will be one of our shareholders.
Yes.
But who gives 10%? If Gates gets 10%, then who has 50, who has 40, or who has 45, who has 45?
45?
45, 45.
Yes.
So we give
Both sides.
10%.
Yes, sure.
Okay, and then he will be in charge of marketing
Yes.
for 10%, and for the power screen, it's 50-50, we divide.
Yes.
50-50, and one goes to hackers, and one goes to company.
Yes.
But don't you think that 50% is too high for the company for just having for just equipment?
It's not only about just equipment. It's about this benefit the company in general. Because of hacker is not only in charge of the management part, he also in charge of the benefit the company in general to grow the company as well. Therefore we are suggesting 50%. I think it will be very fair.
I think that it's kind of overrated as motivation for hackers to invest it on the company. Like, why would hackers should investigate on the company's investment? I mean, development.
isn't it an issue should separate the company to base the company?
Right, but then we don't think that because we have different roles of two big shareholders, right? And we think that hackers' job is not to investigate on the
So you have 9 more minutes for the negotiation. Those groups that have completed an agreement, please make sure that you have written down what that agreement is. All of you in the group should have a written version of that agreement to be able to turn in. So, yes. Anything that you're writing down should be written on a piece of paper. If you type it up on a computer, then everyone has to copy it down on another piece of paper as well. There's some blank papers I've put up here in the front, so you're welcome to take them with you.
How about back to 60 to 40? 40 take from approximately?
I think 50 is very because
we just thought that we also give away 5% of our shares, and we kind of give 50% for nothing because
The hacker had developed the product, right? So I
Star
thought
didn't
that
do anything.
when we say that we give 50% profit we're not the only ones in 50%.
Yes, but what we're saying is not really fair because hacker did it all by himself, and company didn't help at all. There was no help, and that's why they don't really. It's not really fair.
Also,
to
if
give
it
them
seems
50%.
as though you are not reaching an agreement within the next 2 to 3 minutes, then you should think about writing down what it is your last offer was and what the other side's last
So
offer
we think
was.
60-40%
Write
is
down what
correct.
ended up happening in this negotiation and write about why you failed to
Don't you
reach
think about
an agreement.
actually, if the first as it was the reason why the star rejected right in the first place. But don't you think that if the situation was like a little bit better, he could still accept if the not star hacker will like propose it a little bit later when he saw the situation was going well. Probably the star also
He
will.
offered 6 days.
Everything is
But
being
maybe
turned in
6 times
personally.
every time. Go
So
once
each
and
person is turning in their own work
there
separately.
is no
He did
period.
it during
We didn't.
almost 2 years or a year and a half.
I don't think that that's an issue.
And may
So I want to talk for defending hackers because I think that hackers' job is not to give wages for a board of directors or get invested on the company itself.
You think it's fair?
So we don't think 50-50 is too much for our side because we think that we like 50-50 is too much for hackers to understand because hacker did most of work and yeah.
in a case if you go to the court, probably yeah, and therefore in order to make
What about we
save-
just agree
I mean,
55-45?
in order to save the relation.
Why would you push for 50-50? Because we don't think it's fair. Like aside from going to court or whatever, it's like we would also go to court because
Our
hacker
client
is
is
also hurt.
our client is concerned about giving away more to the star. So that's why we need more. He doesn't want to lose to him. It's kind of the pride issue, and so we cannot give equal portion. So that's why we're asking at least for 55-45%. So our client feels better.
Maybe we can repeat. We can hear. Okay, how about this one? you will get the 55% about the power screen
Yes.
profit itself, and our part will get the 45%. However, in future decision, the hacker should consider the opinion of
Yes, yes,
our
sure.
star.
Sure, sure, sure.
Yes, because of
Sure.
what the star concerned, that every time when he tried to tell something, he just was ignored because he was thinking that, like, because of hacker was thinking that he doesn't qualify enough. However, all the predictions that he did and what he suggests is appear in the future. Therefore, if the hacker will more respectful and will more consider about the star decision later,
So,
As far as regarding this, we would also like to say that we should apologize to Star regarding this whole situation.
don't you think both sides should
yeah,
apologize?
both sides, yeah, so apologize
Yeah,
about
okay.
that. So to clarify our final decision is firstly, owner both sides have 45% of ownership of the company, 10%
I have
of
something else to add, so and after that we can finalize. So our main issue was the creativity part, and because the hacker is mainly he's a creative genius and he wants to create things, and so we thought that it would be fair if Star gives him the freedom to do so.
Therefore,
So-
this is research and development
Okay,
part
so-
where he could do it.
So you're saying that he can develop any software that he wants without a need for approval?
Develop, but not launch. Yeah,
Okay,
just
so-
make the development and
So how will the approval process? So board of directors decide.
But R&D
No. He can develop whatever he wants in specific times that will be given later.
What's the
And,
time?
I mean,
So we wanted to
depending on
propose.
the-
So we wanted to propose based on numbers that we have. One project in 2 years, he can do anything he wants, develop any software that he thinks is valid, and do it, launch it without approval.
So, because the problem is that he did, until the first stage, it was the predicted and the actual, sale. It was a very big difference between
Yes.
the predicted and the actual.
Yes.
So what we're trying to say is that by giving him this allowance, it's actually harming different.
So he would have a freedom of like to develop any application, but then it would need approval from board of directors.
in order to he can develop whatever he wants, but if he would like to launch those products, he should get the time. He should get the
So
approval
we
from
don't think that the new R&D center doesn't do anything for that.
Okay, so I'm getting a lot of questions about the
He can
preparation
use all the
tool.
equipment, he can
So if you
use-
did not
he
use
will
it as
have
part of your
support.
preparation,
No, I mean,
then
he can
I guess
use
if you have a lot of time afterwards and want to fill it in as part of showing your preparation, you can. Nothing's mandatory to turn in, okay? It's just a matter of you being able to show your level of preparation for it.
What?
Okay, it is almost 3:30 now. You have pretty much one more minute. Please wrap up your negotiation and we're going into the final section, which is self-completion.
He can use all those equipment for his own.
But that's how it used to be before. That's how it used to be before. Nothing changes. Sorry?
So before he was using all the equipment and all of the stuff inside his bank only for
Companies.
for company, right? But right now he can use it also for developing his own project.
Okay.
That he will
Okay, we'll see.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll see. And also another part that
Fixing the agreement
as a
that we
part
had
of
right now.
Yeah.
as a part of this argument, we also thought that marketing professional would be good for our company.
What do you mean?
To hire a marketing professional who will be dealing with that's
Yeah,
good.
that's gay. Yeah. And may I just clarify for the previous one? You told that he's going one project every 2 years, or you agree with us about?
Every 2 years he can launch one program.
Okay, so again,
No, he can
everybody
launch
is
only
turning things
if
in
he
separately.
will
So
get
if your
approval
partner has the agreement
from the
and
board
you
of
do not write the
directors.
agreement to turn in, then your partner will get credit, you will not. Okay, same thing with the 7-element sheet or the preparation sheet.
Okay.
If you
Done.
work on it together,
Let me-
you should make sure that both of you are turning
Ah, okay.
in
So,
those days
45%
separately.
profit of the power screen to hacker, sorry. 55 ownership of profit of the power screen to hacker. The minority ownership 55% us and you, and then 10% Gates. We would both parties would apologize, and then the level launching. So Gates would, hacker would be appointed as the new manager of research and development. However, for that would be for the development part, and when you launch, you would have to get the agreement of the board of directors. Correct?
So what about so previously he was general manager, so he would manage the whole company. So
He's
now,
the head of R&D.
Yeah.
R&D.
so only so we have two departments, which is marketing and R&D. So only two departments. And who's the CEO?
He is still general manager,
Okay.
but he is also in charge of the research and development.
Also.
work. Yeah,
The equipment could be used for his own work. Yes.
Is that
Okay,
what's done?
time is up. Please stop negotiations. If you do not have an agreement, then you have failed to reach an
Just in
agreement,
time.
and that is
Oh
fine.
my god.
Okay?
we need to write it down.
So,
Yeah.
at
Thank you,
this
guys.
point,
Thank
if you do not have an